Alright, so let's start off with AP, no? Now, itong AP, as we discussed before, nagkaroon tayo ng flag, di ba? Dito sa area na to, where price fell down. Then, we broke above it. We tried to push higher here, pero hindi natin nabalikan yung resistance na nag-form at 37.45. Nabitin tayo ng konti, and then we rolled over, essentially coming back to where we might have entered had we traded tong pag-breakout natin sa flag na to. Okay? Obviously, not a good sign kung bullish ka dito sa AP. I'm not saying na it looks bearish na outright, pero once we broke out from here, dapat talaga yung natural magnet kung baga ng price was ma-attract na tayo papunta sa resistance Ma-challenge man lang siya prior to price rolling back down. Pero hindi nangyari yon. Bumitin tayo, then we rolled back down, tas ngayon nakabalik tayo rito around sa 35 pesos na area. Diba? So what are we watching out for na dito sa AP, assuming that you're bullish and you want to trade this? Ano yung kailangan mong tignan? For me, bearish scenario muna. If we break beneath tong 35 pesos na area, what we're watching out for is kung bumaba yung price ng ganito, move back up, tag the level, let me zoom in a bit, tag the level, mag-hold, roll over, form a new low. Pag ganito, I think ang nangyayari lang is in-establish natin na itong buo, yung wider range na tinitignan muna natin for now. Na itong flag natin na to, pangsamantala lang siya. We tried to push higher, pero wala, hindi kinaya. So instead na magpatuloy yung pattern, bumalik lang tayo sa wider range. So that's one thing, no? Kung from there, mabasag pa natin tong 31.85, then medyo tagilid na talaga. Kasi not only did we break beneath tong range natin, binalikan pa natin tong previous range from before. So baka ang mangyari is mag-trade na yung price within this range here between 29 pesos hanggang 31.85. Now, kung kunwari naman gusto nyong pumasok, should you come in here? For me, hindi rin. Kasi once again, you're stuck in chop. The market or price had an opportunity to move higher pero ayaw niya So should we be thinking baka hindi pa siya ready? Baka alanganin yung entry? Maybe we should look for something more definitive? For me, the answer is yes, no? So from here, what I want to see para mas clear cut is for us to break above tong 37.5 na area. And then from there, dun tayo maghanap ng potential pullbacks to get into a trade assuming maganda yung structure din. Okay? Pinapangunahan ko lagi ng ganun kasi minsan porket nag-breakout lang iniisip natin okay na, but we need to consider yung overall structure if sakali man na mag-breakout tayo from that level that we just drew out. But regardless, kung sakali mang mabasag yan, new 52-week high tayo, then obviously, pagka ganon, bagong price exploration na naman, a lot of traders are gonna become interested ulit kasi nag-new 52-week high ka, and then we'll reassess from there kung ano yung pwede natin gawin dito sa AP. But for now, for me, medyo lie-low lang muna, hold off, stay on the sidelines, wait for something to develop. Next, tignan naman natin tong ALLHC, no? Now, tong ALLHC, we have broken above etong mga highs na nag-form dito, di ba? Parang nag-range tayo dyan, nag-form tayo ng range high prior to price breaking down. We broke above those range highs briefly, pero hindi nagtagal. Kinain din natin ulit pabalik. Diba? In this candle here, we broke back beneath yung area na yan, and where price is now is essentially where this range was. Nandun lang tayo sa bandang gitnang end ng range, but we are trapped within the same range. Okay? So, from here, what can we look at dito sa ALLHC? Ano yung pwede natin gamitin? Sa akin, unang-una, if we can pull back to this white zone here, then maybe lang, there might be something there kung magkaroon tayo ng bullish price action. Meaning, bumaba tayo dito, may very solid rejection to the upside, then that might give an opportunity for a quick bounce trade. But again, dependent lahat yon sa kung anong klase ng structure yung mag-form kung sakali mang bumalik tayo dyan. Right now, the bounce trade isn't looking as attractive kasi nag-form na tayo ng range lows dito So I would be thinking na kahit na mag-bounce tayo dito, baka mauntog lang tayo ulit sa area na yan. But again, it all depends on what it looks like kung sakali mang umatras pa to. Now, kung from here naman, hindi na siya umatras, we just break higher. We break above tong 5.22. Then may positive din. Kasi syempre, nag-form na tayo ng low, high, higher low, then higher high. Then that could be a sign na meron tayong reversal coming in. Whether it's a short-term reversal or a long-term reversal, that remains to be seen, no? No one can say. But at the very least, it's gonna look a lot more bullish. Plus, kung mangyari yon, we would have formed some type of very weird or slanted na inverted head and shoulders pattern. So that's something to watch out for para sa positive sign dito sa ALLHC. Now, yung bearish scenario naman is if we break beneath tong white zone na to, we'll be watching kung babalikan ba natin tong support natin at 3.8. If nabalikan natin yung support natin at 3.8, tapos nag-bounce tayo konti from there, then collapse. Pagka ganon, I think matagal-tagal pa bago aayos ulit tong ALLHC. Kasi pagka ganon, it's gonna look very, very bearish eh. Parang essentially, nag-form ka ng wide range only to break it down again. Diba? Parang binasag mo rin tong mga lows na to. So baka yung mangyari is balikan na natin tong mga previous areas of consolidation from before or yung mga lows na naiwan natin dito. Now, dito naman sa CREIT, essentially, nothing has happened. Since we last looked at it hanggang ngayon, walang nangyayari. Yes, price is fluctuating, minsan 2.60 something, minsan 2.50 something. But in the grand scheme of things, not much has really occurred. We are still trading within this range here and that hasn't changed. Diba? Kahit nga itong mga barely lumagpas lang, wala eh. It just reinforces na nandyan pa rin yung resistance ng range natin. Nandyan yung top end. Okay? And until that changes, until mabasag natin tong 2.73, for me, there's really nothing to look at dito sa CREIT. If you bought this kasi you wanted the dividends, that's what you were after, syempre iba yung usapan, di ba? But from a purely technical trade perspective, then I would at the very least wait for 2.73 to break. And kahit yun nga, I would consider slightly aggressive pa eh. Mas malinis pa kung mabasag tong mga highs natin dito at around 2.78. Alright? Now, yun yung bullish. Yung bearish is if we can break below yung IPO price niya, which so far di pa naman nangyari. But as I've said numerous times in the past, sa mga ganito, lalo na kapag medyo bago pa, my default position is if it falls below yung IPO price, then that's a bearish sign, no? Kasi nga, wala pa tayo gaanong data points na pwedeng gamitin na, okay, price could react from here, price could bounce from there, and things like that. Kasi nga, bago pa eh. So, gumagamit tayo ng mga baselines na alam ng lahat. One of those is yung IPO price. Okay, so if we break beneath yung IPO price, then for me, that's gonna be a bearish sign and we likely dig deeper from there. Kasi nga, syempre, new low ka. Kapag new low, bagong price exploration na naman, and we don't know how far that goes before the market establishes na, sige, okay na tayo dito, happy na tayo dito. And then maybe we can start moving up again. Okay, but for now, nothing has really changed. If you're holding this and wala lang kayong ginagawa, yun din yung patuloy nyong gagawin, wala pa rin. Hold steady lang. Let's see what happens moving forward. Hopefully, patuloy yung mga good news na lumabas dito sa CREIT para kung sakaling mang may hawak kayo, it can start moving higher again in the near future. Next, tignan naman po natin tong ACEN. As I mentioned before, okay, I would be bullish dito sa ACEN at least for the short term kung mabasag natin tong 8.9 to 9.10 na area. Kasi right now, wala pa talagang clarity eh. Yes, one can argue na hindi ba nag-form siya ng high dito, low dito, higher high dito, tas baka ito na yung higher low. That's true, no? Pero pagka ganon, bumabalik lang ako sa default ko na ito pa rin yung gusto kong mabasag kasi mas magiging clear cut sa akin where price might go kung mabasag natin tong area na to. Meaning, if we can break above 8.9 to 9.10, then yung next likely target natin will be around 9.97. But where we are now, while yes, one could argue nga na, hindi ba low, high, etc., etc. That's all true, no? Pero, pwede pa rin kasi na umangat tayo, mauntog tayo dito, mag-range ng ganyan, bumaksak ulit. There's always the possibility na bumalik lang tayo sa range na to between 7.61 hanggang 8.9. So I want that possibility to lessen lang 'Diba? Na tumaas yung probability na we're gonna move higher before thinking na, okay, sige, it's smart not to jump in. Kasi right now, again, you're still in the middle of chop eh. Plus, yes, dun sa microstructure, pwede nating sabihin na may higher high, higher lows, and so on. But again, sa bigger picture, you still have your high, low, lower high, lower low. 'Diba? Lower high, lower low. Pwedeng ito pa rin yung lower high mo, then we push lower. So para lang manigate yon, para lang mas merong confirmation, I want to see a break above this before I start being bullish again, at least for the short term. Now, if from here, mangyari nga na tumuloy itong bigger scenario, now we break beneath tong 7.61 and we form a new low. Pagka ganon, since wala naman tayong shorting sa PSE, iwas-iwas na lang muna. Hintayin natin kung saan to ulit mag-re-establish ng base, then we can reassess it from there should that fact happen na bumagsak nga siya. Yeah, but for now, there's really nothing to do. Once again, I know I keep saying this, but the sad truth is right now sa PSE, your best bet is to keep your powder dry. Forcing a trade right now, kung wala namang malinaw, mahirap talaga eh, lalo na kapag hindi pa kayo masyado sanay. Yeah, that's just a good way to burn your portfolio, no? So, konting ingat-ingat lang. Wag magpilit ng trade. Let's wait for something clearer to materialize before we jump in. And then finally, tignan po natin tong DNL. So after ng DNL mag-form ng high dito, we ranged a little bit, it collapsed, broke beneath these range lows, formed a low here. So essentially, ito na yung high mo, low, potential lower high. So we're looking to see kung ito nga ba ay babasagin niya to the downside to at babalikan yung support dito sa 6.6. Pagka ganon, then establish na yung low, yung high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and so on, no? And then we'll be looking at a downtrend possibility moving forward. Right now, the possibility still exists na baka mabawi natin tong 8.24, which could be a potential bullish scenario. And from there, that opens up the possibility na babalik tayo sa range na to between 8.24 and 9.45. However, again, I do need to remind you na kahit na mangyari yon, meaning ma-break natin pataas itong 8.24, it's not gonna be an easy trade kasi nga yung mga naipit dito, 'di ba? Yung mga namimili, ang tagal natin nag-range eh. Very clear cut na may namimili, may nagbebenta. It's very clear cut. So, kung bumalik tayo dyan, yung mga naipit dito, odds are, susubukan nilang lumabas. 'Di ba? Kasi yun nga yung tendency natin eh, na makalabas lang ng buhay. So, dahil ganon, it's not gonna be an easy trade. It's not gonna be, nag-break tayo nitong resistance, dapat papunta na tayo sa next level kaagad. Dahil ang daming chop na naganap along the way, odds are, magiging choppy rin yung itsura ng trade. The possibility na ma-shake out kayo, the possibility na ma-hit yung stop nyo pabalik only to see na kinabukasan or the next day or whatever, biglang pipitik ulit, medyo may kataasan. So, konting ingat-ingat lang. Now, you will notice na hindi ko na sinegment tong area na to. And the reason for that is sobrang choppy talaga eh. Diba? Technically speaking, pwede kayong maglagay ng level dito sa area na to, around 8.8, more or less. But again, it's not the cleanest of levels. I can see it's there. And I can, kumbaga, kung mag-react dun yung price, di ako magugulat. Pero para sa akin, basta balikan natin tong 8.24, then I think etong entire range yung mag-open up. Again, it's gonna be hard. There's always a possibility na mauntog tayo sa mga highs or lows na to and then roll over from there. Those all exist. So, trade at your own risk. Konting ingat-ingat lang. Okay? Now, kung mabasag naman natin to the downside, mabasag natin tong 6.6 altogether, then I think where price could go next is dito na. Around 5.6 na level. Diba? Baka balikan natin tong previous range na to kung mabasag to. Kasi dito wala parang sumayaw lang yung price then moved higher, diba? So kung mabasag yan, tong 6.6, then baka balikan natin tong previous area na to. And then we'll see from there how price reacts and let's check kung meron tayong trade na makukuha. So guys, dito po nagtatapos yung video natin, no? I hope nakatulong po to sa inyo kahit konti and may natutunan kayo kahit papano. And if so, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. And as always guys, maraming salamat po sa panonood. I really appreciate it. Good luck and Happy trading!